Fornication under the influence of the king. That's what it means. Fornication under the influence of the king. Yeah, it was a decree or whatever. You know, you have the right to have sex, to copulate. Y'all alright? Fornication under the influence of the king. That's what the word fuck means.
Tisha, what did you say she was? Fire?
Fire. Tisha was fire. Sheola was a mother figure. A great mother figure. And the other one was like a nurse. But they all act as nurses when together. Shumala was a warrior, and Omagumu had an army of 10,000. And then they have Locayo. And these interesting because all of a sudden these entities start popping up as humans. Like the sister Locayo, I said, I don't know exactly what Locayo does, but the sister Olivia came and Locayo is with her. And is with her. So we talk about these things started coming up with certain in certain humans. And so I got this entity, this other entity we did a ritual treatment on. I'm gonna go into in a few minutes and stuff. Very key. I'm gonna take this shit in the rack. It's all based on this. We're gonna go into this science. I'm telling you, look, we was grasping at straws, and like I said, we were in the application. I'm telling you, this shit done paid off. I'm telling you, it's some powerful stuff. Anytime a nigga out there get struck by lightning and have to think about getting struck, and have to call on the telephone to find out he got struck by lightning, this shit is on. So I'm talking spiritual stuff. It's one thing to talk about spiritual stuff, and then when we start going through it, we don't believe the shit. That's what time it is. You see what I'm saying? That's what time it is. Come to find, what's that, sister?
The three, you said that it would turn clear in...
It'll turn into water.
Do you drink it?
No. You drink it when the motherfucker's alcohol.
Okay.
No. Look, it's simple. You have to spit those entities. When you, in Europe and all those different things, they spit the alcohol to the gods. Is it not written in the law that ye are gods? You see what I'm saying? Don't spit nothing to them and you don't spit it and you don't drink it yourself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yeah. You see, so some people, I don't even drink alcohol. Like that's such a big deal. I don't take no kind of alcohol. So who gives a damn? Like that's so virtuous. Who cares? That's the only reason why you saying you proud of that because somebody done taught you that. Well, I'll never take a drink. So what? Big deal. Did the sun damn not come out because you didn't take a damn drink? Where are these things coming from? You must now break the pattern and declare yourself God. It's the only way you're going to do this thing. You have to declare yourself God, but you can't be acting like a human under human laws. That's what we got to deal with. You're going to have to break. That's called the Bacchanalian realm. The Bacchanalian realm or the Dionysian realm, because Dionysian has the motifs from the god Dionysus, Sheba, Bacchus. You get the word Bacchus, you get the word Iccus, you get the word Jesus. All that stuff was put into Jesus and then pasteurized and homogenized down to the point where as it's a damn androgynous figure. You see what I'm saying? They don't do nothing. So basically all the motifs that used to be, that went into that stuff, these particular attributes, Dionysus, which is the same Christ figure, Shiva, all this and nothing but you take it all the way back to doggone ancient Hemmitt. Prior to pre-dynastic, it was Set. After pre-dynastic, these attributes become Osiris. But he's the god of the divine and the god of wine, Dionysus. Why did he come with the god of wine? Because they were trying to get people to break out of their repressed nature. That's the problem with women. You, especially women, you're the most repressed person on the planet, especially the black woman. The black woman now is damn near Puritan. You done bought into the religion shit now. Everybody else getting their freak on but you. You got, man, I'm telling you, look. We're going to drop in some stuff here. You got to get, just remember to go get the movie George Orwell, 1984. one that came out in 1984. And one of the keys was they were stopping the orgasm. That was the key. Whereas they wanted you to tap into celibacy. Now you got thousands of women, especially in Chicago. You got thousands of women. They're going to get their PhDs. Just going to get their PhDs. They're trying to substitute one thing for the other. So they want to substitute the validation of the damn white man to go get the PhD because they can't find no man. First of all, lower your motherfucking standards. And quit dealing and viewing males based on trying to see. This is, I'm dealing with stuff. You're not paying me to come and give you shit that you want to hear. You're paying me to give you stuff that is supposed to stir up that hidden side of you and get you to think.
That's right.
Stop looking for males for relationship. It's a different way I'm trying to tell you. You meet a man and next thing like one brother said, I met the sister, I want to give it a sister. He said, I thought I was applying for a motherfucking job. He said, if I fill out a damn application here, he said, damn. He said, I got a job with the government faster than doing with his sister. Now I'm trying to tell you what science is. There's a science that's going on here. You can't say you can't serve two masters. Now they have made it so that the brother is unapproachable based on an economic structure. And they have put you in the economic structure. You see what I'm saying? And now you have surpassed your male based on a social structure. You see what I'm saying? And what is the biggest problem when you do meet somebody? It's always the biggest problem. Nigga ain't pulling his half or nothing. Broke nigga ain't pulling his half of shit. You ain't figured it out yet. You supposed to pull that damn half. Now you got quiet on that. You been socializing things a certain way, just like the brother who fronted on me during the Christmas because he was in another social environment. He didn't want to buy me goddamn lunch.
13.
I say, this nigga, this the same nigga that my brother had to give $500 for, cause he got a sister pregnant, and the sister said, if you don't give me this money to get this abortion, I'm calling your daddy and your mom. And he didn't want that shit. Cause he was his dad, I'm calling your daddy and your mom. Tell him what you was doing. And he got that, and it was my brother had to give this nigga the money. You see what I'm saying? To get the abortion. And it's the same nigga front on me 10 years later because he's in a certain structural social environment. That's why the white man got you thinking this way. You are doing the same thing with the goddamn brothers, the same shit with the nigga front on me. Y'all shaking hands saying he fucked up. The man, and he knows it. He said, look, all I got to do is make sure you got the money and your man don't. And you sing songs like Tyrone.
You've been saying
Think about it. You're not saying you gotta give up. Give up. So what? So what? He ain't got no money. He's slaying that thing. You said, well, I can get that anyway. Well, fuck it then. Listen, no, see what I'm trying to say is you're gonna have to trade off. You're gonna have to give up something to get something. Now you all been celibate for damn near 10 years. Looking for the right brother. Every sister is looking for Prince Charming, and I'm telling you, Prince Charming is not coming. Prince Charming is locked up in the goddamn Cook County jail. Prince Charming is that tired ass nigga that you came across that whispered at your ass downtown. That you felt so hard and so offended because that nigga cracked on you. So what? He ain't got no money, fuck it. You pay the damn bills. The white man gave you the money. It's a family, it's a unit.
Ain't never had no problem with no brother with no money.
Let me tell you something. This is why I know this man. He said, let me tell you something, man. You thinking it's appalling. You know what I'm saying? Arabs. They show things, them people, those damn Arabs, right now. Those people, you go and buy all that shit at the 7-Eleven. They send money back to Palestine and all them places. They send money back and they help their damn people out.
That's all they do.
Yeah, one of the brothers from Palestine, I met a brother from, if you really want to get into some science of warfare, meet a motherfucker from Palestine. I met a nigga from Palestine. He said, our women, each woman have 7 children. He said, we're going to lose them in the damn war. He said, so that's a part of our survival. He said, we know the Israelis going to kill them. He said, we can replace them. Now you might think that's insane or whatever type thing, but when you fight the war, you gotta fucking improvise. Just like we used to improvise out of slavery. Now all of a sudden you don't want to improvise. And I'm thinking, see, now listen, now come on now, listen. You talking to me. I'm not gonna steer you wrong on the spiritual shit. I say things because the simple fact is, you all ain't paying me enough motherfucking money for me to tell you all what y'all want to hear. I'm gonna tell the damn truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. No. See, the rent man is gonna call next week. He gonna say, where the rest of my money? I'm gonna tell him I ain't got it. Because I got to pay back another nigga that I borrowed the money from 2 weeks before I paid him his $500. I gave him a check before that. So I got to pay back another brother that's got his hand out. And I said, who? I'm going to pay the brother back who gave me the money willingly. So my point here is this, I'm telling you, it's spiritual. I'm not making enough money to sit up here and tell you some shit like Creflo Darling and what you want. What I'm trying to tell you is this here. I'm not trying to tell you whatever. I'm trying to say, you got to know good nigga. If it's a financial thing, humble yourself, because that's the way the white man got it set up, and you all are losing the game because y'all just don't figure it out yet. And you can have all the support groups and sit around and talk about how niggas ain't shit. But you don't understand, they ain't coming. Lower your standards. You see what I'm saying? These are nothing but the same children you done had. Your mama and them done had. These are your brothers and all of a sudden there's some new nigga from another planet that you can't stand. You don't understand that you are them and they are you. They're only a reflection of you. It's the white man giving you the job to make you think that you are something and you not. We the same damn people. You see what I'm saying? In that particular aspect, you are gods, and we understand the concept here. Don't get me wrong here. But what I'm trying to tell you is this, because most of the people up here have heard me speak. So I ain't got to impress nothing upon you to give you some shit and you feel comfortable with it. We come with it. I'm trying to just tell you what time it is. You see what I'm saying? So, give them no good nigga. You know what I'm saying? And be happy. It's better than no nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can do that all by myself. Shit, those cliches. Now, let's go on. Okay, look. You got to look. You got to see, because the reason why I'm saying this type of stuff because we don't get me wrong. The reason why I'm saying this stuff is because don't get me wrong. When we don't really get into some stuff, there's some stuff that's going on. We are in the middle of some stuff. Now don't get me wrong. The hour is now. The reason why I'm telling you to get the no good nigga now is because you ain't got 1,000 years down here. See what I'm saying? It's messed up in the story. Like, let me give you some other things. Like you got whales beaching all over the place. That's letting you know they got whales that's damn coming up and dying on the shores. You see what I'm saying? You got mothers killing their own children. That's spiritual stuff that's going on. Those are signs. You see what I'm saying? Those are signs of what time it is. Now, you know you got, and I'm going to show you another thing too, to let you know that it's some real serious times we in this aspect is, you also have children missing. You need all these, most of them are females. And don't matter if they're black or white. In the book of the law, it says sacrifice a small child, but not now. Whatever the deal is, these particular white people are doing rituals. And they're sacrificing children. It's a twofold thing that they're doing. But they're also doing rituals. These particular rituals they're doing them for some type of reason because they are scared. They're running scared. They know that there's something getting ready to happen. And there's none of this shit that's going to work. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, we own it. We own it. Just bear with me so we can get to this thing. And we really cooking with some gas now. This is some good news. This is some damn good news. You see. Now, but all these children missing, those are rituals that's going on. Also, they are saying, you know, they got these children missing, and the first thing they said, you know, they had some little girl from Chicago that was missing. Back here in Chicago that was missing back here in this past Christmas. Remember, it was some girl or whatever. And as soon as they said, well, listen, if you all would let us put the chip in them, there's a computer chip that's big as a grain of rice. If you let us put the chip in them, we could have had them back in a damn hour. They wanted to put some North Star system up in your children. And some LoJack. The key here is that is to push for the national ID card or the that chip thing. And that's the reason why also too, they get people all paranoid. So just watch out for that type of thing that's going on. Because we're already under martial law for the simple fact you got that Homeland Security thing. They already took over the airports. That shit is federal. I mean, I went through from Charlotte the other week. I came through fine, but they started the day when I was going back, and this bag got a broken piece of metal up in it. The old bag has got a broken piece of metal. They detected that shit. They shut down everything. They found a broken piece of metal in my bag. That's how, you know, how much they got this thing on the ball with this Homeland Security thing. So my point here is you're already under martial law for the simple fact. They passed those bills. The bill be this thick, they give you the front page. But yet and the reason why I was saying also too is the power to assemble, the freedom to assemble. That's already been eradicated. That's in that damn shit. It's just that they haven't felt threatened enough to tell you that in actuality it's already against the law for you to be me. It's against the law. Huh? What's that?
It happened in Southfield. They were meeting about some water, and they came and shut them down so they couldn't meet.
You can't meet? You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, last year, right after they passed the bill, some guys were just standing around talking. And the police is running up and saying, y'all can't assemble. So the only reason why they haven't pushed it yet is because they haven't felt threatened enough. But right now, it's against the law for us to meet.
But you know what? That's really unconstitutional. Based on
You don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. The Constitution was suspended for the simple fact you let these assholes sign in the bill.
They can't suspend the
See, right there, that's the thing that you've been programmed to think. See, right there? You're saying they can't. The only reason why you're saying they can't is because you were programmed to think that way.
Anything they want to do.
They can do what the hell they want to do. What I'm trying to say is this here. You got to legislate, but my point is this here. First of all, you don't live in a democratic society. You got people who pass bills. You got people who pass bills for you, and you don't even know what they're passing. They pass bills every damn day. And 98% of them bills be cutting off laws and stuff. So the right to assemble, they got rid of that on November the 1st through the 11th of 2001. That was in that doggone terrorist bill. You see what I'm saying? You saying it's unconstitutional as if that you are actually reading this stuff every day. That's a cliche. You quote those things.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? You quote those things. The reason why I know is because I had a lecture in Atlanta on the first weekend in November. They passed that damn terrorist bill, and the people called me a day before the election, canceled. Niggas was hiding in the damn building because they was 501c3 tax exempt, and they was getting money from the government for suit lines at a place called a guy named a place called the Afrocentric Temple. And the guy got sick, and his daughter took over, and they rolled on them, and they canceled my lecture the next doggone day, and then she ended up closing down the place. I'm telling you what I know. The right to assemble, now that ain't gonna happen to me because the simple fact I'm not under their jurisdiction. My shit is spiritual.
That's right.
My stuff is spiritual. Give you an example. I'm in New York when the building falls down. Now I'm gonna show you what happens here. It ain't got nothing to do with like, oh, Mr. Bobby, big time secret agent or big time man is, you know, that the government is after. No, it don't go that way. This is what happens. Whenever they plan something, they go and they plan something. There be 5 or 6, 7, 12 things they take care of at one time. When the building just so happened to fall, it just so happened I was in New York. They say the first thing they do is take care of all the subversive people and movements in New York. Now I knew this was happening. When the building fell, I told her, I said, I'm walking downtown Brooklyn. I said, I'm going to get a phone call. And I knew this. The spirit whispered at me and said, man, don't you take your ass to that airport. If you go to that airport, they look in your bag, they see all that damn crazy ass and stuff, they're gonna lock your ass down. Now I thought that was a figment in my imagination, so I called a sister, one of my ex-girlfriends, had moved back up to New York, was getting ready to move back down to Atlanta. She had just gotten a job back in Atlanta, and she was leaving out the same day that the building left. I was gonna fly out, and she was gonna leave out. This is what happened. When I was in New York that day, before the building fell, we went downtown to the World Trade Center. Me and the sister Deborah, the one that used to be with the Arkansas, the sister that came up the last time we had the business. We got in a big argument. And I don't know what happened. I was just on the train, and I just started arguing. And we just got in this big argument. And something just snapped in me. We got this big argument. She said, I'm getting on out of town today. This was right before 9/11. When she got to the airport, the woman came out and said, where's Mr. Hemmitt?
No. Dang.
She said, well, I'm going on back. I got to go on back to Atlanta. She said, are you sure you want to go? She said, wait, all of a sudden, what is this? New payment. I got a ticket. Now all of a sudden, I'm like I'm getting bonded. This is defects, or whatever these things is, like you know these some type of social program where where's your child or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm on probation or something. They said, are you sure you want to go? This was the night before 9/11. And when the building fell down, the brother around said, he said, man, you ain't going nowhere. They just ran through the World Trade Center. And I was walking, and the spirit told me, say, man, take your ass to that goddamn airport. You got a bag full of motherfucking books. You got papers in there. And one brother already had me a brochure. A brother named Azariah had a big picture of Khalid Muhammad up in there. And a whole bunch of Muslim shit. You better take your ass to that airport. I went down to, I called my friend Kimberly. I said, man, she said, and the sister said, man, it's so spiritual. You get to ride back with her to Atlanta. Man said, you can't get out of New York. So I said that night, Long Island Railroad was the only thing running, and they had cadets that had to go to Long Island, get some sleep, and come back and replace the cops that was on the street. And I rode out with the cadets to Amityville, Long Island, where the sister lived. And then got stuck on Long Island for 3 days. And they would open up the airport and shut it back down. They said, they're looking for somebody. Now she's silent. She said, man, if you go there, they're going to get your behind. They get anybody. And they kept saying, we're looking for people, mysterious figures, and subversive figures. That means anybody that's anything anti-government. They already know. They put your name through the computer. Yeah, he won. Now, one thing about it is with this terrorist thing, once they lock you down, ain't nothing you can do. They got people they locked up last year. Nobody. They got the right to lock you down, try you, and execute you, and you can't. And your outside family don't have no right to know anything under this terrorist law. And so we rode out, and it was interesting. We got up, it was 3 o'clock Friday morning. She said the bridge opened because the Tri-Borough Bridge was locked down, the Staten Island Bridge was locked down. We couldn't get out of New York. She said the bridge is open. She said, but they might be checking. And she had all this furniture and stuff, and this stuff that we was moving down. It was interesting. We got on the bridge, and then all of a sudden, this monsoon came down. I mean, it was raining. We could barely contain ourselves in the car. I mean, the car was sliding, and man, it was raining so hard, so there was nobody on the bridge, man. The tolls were shut down, and we just rode straight on out. When we got to D.C., we did a detour, and it was the same thing. We got back, and this is what happened. When we got back to Atlanta, God is my witness. The sisters down there right now. We got back to Atlanta, turned on the TV. They said there's a possible terrorist link with Atlanta. They never said what it was. She looked at me and said, man, that shit could very well be your ass, because you was like New York. The next day, as God is my wife, my mama's a bitch with boots on. My mama's a bitch with boots on. The next day, the sister called. She said, I need you to come help me move in the apartment. I said, well, you come on through. She said, I'm going to be there by 1 o'clock. We got there 1 o'clock. I was walking out the door, and there was about 25 police cars, 2 vans, 2 helicopters, and all of that. They came and they pulled up in front of the damn house. And we were standing on the doggone front porch. And she looked at me because she said, that shit for your ass. We stand on, I swear to you. I swear to God. I will not. She said, that shit for your ass. And we were standing there, and it was almost like, and she said, she was laughing. She said, they can't even see us. They rolled up and the neighbor was like, what the hell going on? The whole street is full of police cars. It was almost like, you ever see that damn Blues Brothers when they were running from the police, they got all them cars? Man, the street was lit up. And we were standing there and stuff, and I said, damn, they can't even see us because I had them damn Apollo spirits. Them Apollo, them Congo spirits. My damn my house was hooked up like a shrine. They couldn't even see. It was all like a whole other energy. Remember that stuff? Like, remember they were saying how they shot up the mosque in Harlem in 1969 and the bullets got caught in the curtains.
Yes.
There's spiritual things, just like that voodoo thing down there. They couldn't even get to the voodoo people in the village in Haiti in 1994. I was dealing with these Congo rights. They couldn't even see me. And I was standing on the porch. And I'm like, dang, they can't. Now I'm gonna get cocky and stuff. Like I'm throwing it all down. They couldn't even see me. I swear to God. On the 19th of December, they rolled on me again and got the fucking wrong street. The same amount of cop cars and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So my point here is so there's the jurisdiction. They ain't crossing and stuff when you're dealing with your magic now. Now you got to deal with what you know spiritually.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? What you know spiritually. But you can't be dealing with something that's outside of yourself. And you can't be scared of nothing.
Yes.
And basically what you're dealing with is your own Kundalini energy. You see what I'm saying? And so, and basically these are things that's been happening. So basically it's the same thing happened when I told the motherfucker I wasn't paying my rent. And he told me, you can't leave, you can't move. You see what I'm saying? That's where we are. We are forced up against the actual wall. You see what I'm saying? Up against the doggone wall on that particular level. You see what I'm saying? Especially the sisters now that's in your Jubilee. Jubilee means 50. 50 plus. That's some powerful energy. It's all in the Kabbalah. The 50 gates of understanding. That's Bina. That's the height of the Great Mother. So all the stuff, you know, all the stuff, that's the fun. Why? Because see, your power is cut in childbearing years. You got to trade off. You got to balance procreation with the sexual tantric energy. But after childbearing years, your power is your power becomes more essentially located and focused on you. And that's the time. The 50 gates of understanding. It's in the Kabbalah. A.E. Waite's Kabbalah talk about it. There's other ones deal with this, the 50 gates of understanding of Bina. But that's That's the key. You know, that's some of the power. And also 40s. The 40s is powerful energy. You see what I'm saying? Because you go to a mystery school for 40 years. So some people don't even understand. You know, now is the time you're supposed to be learning this shit now. You see what I'm saying? That's the key. You didn't even get out of the doggone mystery school till 40.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So that means some of the people are just only young adults. You see what I'm saying? In ancient Kemet, you didn't even get out of the mystery school. But I also get that, like I said, the book, the movie, Brother, Where Art Thou? Which is interesting because I did a tape called the history of the KKK, and I told you the Ku Klux Klan was an advanced secret society. In the movie, they have an actual secret society, have an actual rally going on, a grand rally. But this shit here is like West Point. They got color guards. They got all this stuff. It's a real serious ritual going on. And the guy in the movie said, talk about how these guys have come in and desecrated a very venerated ritual from a secret society. Like I said, it's all in the movie, Brother, Where Art Thou? Which was a movie where they did a modern telling, a 1930s telling of the Odyssey, which is a Greek mythology. Very key. Brother, Where Art Thou is the actual name of the actual movie.
Bobby, when a woman has a hot flash, how does she channel that energy? Because a lot of people look at that as uncomplimentary.
But it's powerful though.
Yeah, right.
It's like a time bomb. You see what I'm saying? And it also has something to do with Kundalini. So some of the spiritual baths is a good way to channel the energy. Hit some of them three sisters to line it up. You know, it's two channel the energy. You see what I'm saying? You know, is a real way to line that up. There's also, he was talking about the number 9, which you also, which I know is spiritual. Even when Rabboni, Imam Esau was talking about black people having the 9 ether hair, which curls up in a 9. You see what I'm saying? And even if your hair is not that way, some people have another grade of hair that it doesn't curl up like the 9 right out of the scalp, but if you let it grow long enough, it still starts to roll and starts to curl. That's still a part of that because we have more than one type of prototype of hair in Africa or even the indigenous people around the planet. You see what I'm saying? This is interesting because I saw this special. They went to all the islands in the Caribbean. And I was watching this special, and they got these beautiful paradise-looking islands. I mean, it's untapped. They don't have nobody, you know, they don't hardly have no tourists or nothing on it, no big hotels and all. But we was noticing something. The only people was living on the island were black people. And they went around like 4 or 5 islands in the Caribbean. And it was only black people living down there. I said, damn, that's kind of odd. White people, when we know them damn people, if they got a paradise, they damn sure ain't gonna let a doggone Negro live on it. But come to find out, spiritually, what they were saying was, in all honesty, they can't live on them islands. Because based on the type of tropical areas, they will die living on those islands with the type of birds and insects and all types of stuff they got there. Those white people can't live on those islands. Only people can live on those islands are black people. Even when you talk about these islands, they do have a lot of islands is resort areas. They can't live off the resort areas. On some of the other major islands, that they do have all these booming tourists and stuff like that. It's just very interesting. It's just very interesting that they can't live outside of certain environments. They can't live with them, and they got all these black people down there living. You see. Good movie. Check the movie Time Machine out. Anybody saw this movie yet?
Oh, yeah.
The new one, Time Machine. Because in this movie, in this particular movie, if you just look real close when they go to the future, all the women are black. They got them light-skinned looking, but still they don't have no white women. And the whites, because the moon split in half, and the whites are forced to live up underground. Because they're mutated on a high level of albinism and stuff, like milk white, like powder. You know, but they don't have any, the people that live on top of the ground is all black women. It was interesting that they had it that way. He said, look real close. Also, they had one guy who was encased in a glass, a black guy, and he knew every kind of knowledge that was ever on the planet, and that represented the god Tahuti.
Right.
And they use him at the end of the movie to reteach the actual knowledge and information. It's very interesting. What's that?
And we are time travelers.
Yeah, well, naturally you can do that also too. That's a whole nother lecture. But yeah, so you look at that particular movie. Look at that particular movie. Time travel. And all. Because it was interesting because he was giving you different signs like the 13. 13 is also the number of the star Sirius, as Gerald Massey talks about. As Gerald Massey talks about in his book Natural Genesis, is also the number of Sirius. Also, there's certain things that's happening. We finding out now that that's very key because you got a lot of people that's very and extremely jealous of us. And I realize what this is now. If you go and look at the TV, there's nothing on there positive about us. And I'm like, man, black people at their lowest points, you would figure that they would ease up now. You know what I'm saying? They would ease up, but they keep on. Let me show you something. Now, I saw one movie that really triggered this thing. It was a movie called Deconstructing Harry. It's a Woody Allen movie, and I noticed Woody Allen never had any black people in his movies. Okay. He made a movie called Deconstructing Harry. You gotta go rent this movie and just see the science going on. It's an all-star cast of white people. He got two non-white people in the movie, one Asian girl and one black girl. And both of them are prostitutes. It's very interesting now. You don't have no blacks in your movie, no other group in your movie, but the two people you have is non-white, or Asian, and what you call is prostitutes. It's scientific going on in this movie, because it's got a lot to do with the Jews. I'm going to get ready to explain this thing to you right now about this, what's going on. So, in this particular movie, the Asian girl, because the movie is bordering between figments of his imagination, fantasy, what he thinks in his mind, and realism. So the girl in his fantasy was an Asian girl that he desired to screw, and he actually made love to her in the movie. They showed him making love to Asian girl. Now, he meets up with the black woman for real in the movie. One was a figment of his imagination, and the black girl was real. So he meets up with the black girl. She's a prostitute, and he wants her to do this in order. He wants her to give him head, tie him up, spank him, and give him head. Go down on him. He don't want to screw her, and he never does. Now, in the movie, the black girl is real pretty chocolate sister too. He takes her, he's getting ready to be honored at some Ivy League school, upstate Connecticut, somewhere, I don't know. Some big historical school, upper echelon, high-end school. So he's getting ready to be educated. So he goes and takes the prostitute. He said, I don't have nobody to go with me. I'll pay you if you come and be my guest while I go get honored at this prestigious white school. So he takes the black girl. She got on some plastic looking pink, hot pink, plastic little hot pants and a hot pink plastic little, titty bra or whatever, made out of plastic, cleavage showing and all of this. She fine as a motherfucker now, don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at this science and stuff. So they go upstate. Now she's going to be someplace like Harvard. Okay, they go upstate. He wants his It's interesting, I got a paranoid. I always have to check down here, see if my pants zip, because I remember about 2 years ago, I'm up there goddamn Detroit, lecturing, and I said, wait a minute. A damn pants unzipping motherfuckers is not even telling me. I have developed a phobia.
It's your shirt this time.
But anyway, so he goes up to take this prostitute up to this particular school. So she's smoking. It's interesting here because it's trying to show you the mindset of how they're not stopping. But I'm going to show you what I'm trying to unravel is a mass secret of a secret society that you got to understand what's going on. So he takes her up to this school, and he goes and he kidnaps his son because the mother don't want him to take the son on this special day, so he kidnapped his son. So when he gets to the college, they come and lock him up and lock the prostitute up because she got some marijuana on her. You see, so, and then lock him up. And so the alumni people come and bail him out and leave the prostitute in the jail. But he don't care about she's a prostitute with some doggone butcher. Leave this fine-ass black woman in jail. In the movie now, he don't have now, these are only black people in the movie. In the movie, in a figment of his imagination, he goes to hell. But when he gets down to hell, the shit is full of black women and black men. Fine-ass black women and pumped up brothers. I said, wait, hold on now. This motherfucker here don't have no black people in his movie. He goes to hell. Now, he's consciously trying to show you how these Jews are. See, my point here is if he's not aware of it, you wouldn't go to hell and all of a sudden you just figure, I need black people down here. You have to if you say, look, if I'm making a movie that's all white, and blacks are not in my cast, I'm just not hiring black people. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to decide to go to hell, and all of a sudden, hell be full of black people. Ain't that some shit? There's no good nasty ass Jews. They say they're some of the worst white people you can meet. So he goes down to hell, and there's some fine ass sisters up in that baby. Could have had a hell of a party up in that shit. Goddamn 3 sisters and shit in their own. And the brothers is all pumped up. You know how the brothers lifting weights in prison and stuff. They all walk. I said, look at this thing here. You know, they got a little bit of white people speckled up in there, you know, to throw you off. And they got it red looking, so you gotta look real close. And it's full of black people. I said, look at this. You see what I'm saying? But no, but now he got an all-star cast of all these illustrious white actors. Now see what's going on here is this here. Hollywood is literally run and controlled by the Jews. Now let me break this science down on what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Because they got so many shows on. If you check, I got this AT&T broadband thing where it's like a satellite thing, and you know what I'm saying. I got this thing and I click, you know, until the damn cable people come and cut the shit off and stuff. You know how the shit goes. You get some stuff for a couple of months and all, you know. And so I got it till they cut it off. I'm recording movies like crazy, man. So till they roll up this stuff, you know, I'm recording movies every day. I'm recording movies, you know, get my 500 up. Anyway, I tell you, I said, man, there ain't nothing positive on this doggone TV. But yet they got this thing, it's a satellite stuff, so this stuff goes around the world.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It goes around the world. Now, I know that this is a propaganda to destroy the image, and I'm going to tell you what's really behind it in a few minutes, the science behind what's really going on here. I'm on the plane to show you how this thing is happening here, because see, we don't see what's going on because we see black people in your $50,000 jobs and all your BMWs and Mercedes-Benz and all your rings and stuff. So when we see that particular character, we say, well, that's a balance. We know we got niggas in jail and stuff like that because we know prominent black people. Because quiet is kept. Ain't no more so-called underclass. They done got rid of them. I'm going to go in that in a few minutes. Now, this right in here, this is it right here. August the 5th, 2002, they got it right up in here. Now, bear with me 1 minute. to make the proof on how they was killing people in the projects. Now, bear with me. Now, I forgot what I was going to say. Now, I'm just joking. Yeah, I did. Anyway,
Satellites.
they got these satellite things. Now, so your image, when you go around the world, they actually don't, and I've been talking about this for a minute. Them Africans, the Swedes, the doggone Australians, and everybody on the planet, they actually think that you are basically in jail and on drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm riding back this spring, did a lecture in Indiana. I meet a brother that comes from Kenya. I meet a brother that comes from Kenya. He's been in America. This is his first time coming to America. And we talking and stuff like that. And he said, why y'all on drugs? I said, what are you talking about, man? Shit. He said, you know, y'all on drugs? And I'm like, well, they got everybody in this, got a lot of people on drugs in this country. He said, no, you black people specifically on drugs. He was talking about all black people. He really thought this. And this was an educated African. And I said, you know this is a continent. North America is a continent. It's not like a town. And I said, you know, we got 40-something million plus people. I didn't know that. And I said, we got over 130-something years of black scholarship of black higher education. Yeah, I didn't know that. I said, and we got more black people, that's black colleges, we got more black people graduating from mixed universities every year. We got thousands of black people. I didn't know that. I said, we've had a celebrated history of upward mobile black people. And I started talking about, you know, Marcus Garvey, and just start talking about just the black experience. And he couldn't conceive of any of that. You see? Now this is what I'm talking about. But then again, how could he when I know niggas, I know white people that live across town that think that a certain part of town is bad. I live on Cascade. I live off of Cascade now. Somebody said, you know, I'm going to Cascade. Oh, Cascade Road. I said, it's ironic that if you see these little shows about Jeopardy and different things, they tell you there's the most affluent black people in the country live in Atlanta. I said, it's ironic that the street that most of them live on, there's all the $1 million homes, $100,000 homes. I mean, it's just like neighborhoods and neighborhoods and neighborhoods. Like in here, you might have 1 or 2 good neighborhoods, and Atlanta got like 27. Yeah. It's endless. I said, but one of the main traditional streets is Cascade. But yet, right there in town, white people think that that's a bad area. I said, so what naturally a person from Kenya gonna think that? The point I'm trying to make here is this here. Now, we know that this is nothing new that they've been distorting our images. But this is a key. What we don't understand, what's really going on here is this. Is it really are fake Jews that fake themselves in history. They're not the real historical Hebrews. They are isn't-realists that was converted in the faith doing Spain, and like Professor John Henry Clark said, have nothing to do with the original Hebrews, whatever. Whatever you might call yourself, and even John Henry Clark, even on his tape with Wesley Snipes, in there he said, which is hard to imagine, but man studying history, he said, this is what he says in this, which is I thought was the most profound thing, and I watched it twice this summer. He said, if you were in the ancient world of 2,000 years ago, and that's late, he said, if you weren't a Greek or a Roman, you were a part of the other people, and all the other people were goddamn black. So this whole concept of these multiracial people didn't even exist 2,000 years ago. So whatever you were, Berber, Hebrew, Canaanite, Camite, Cushite, Pontite, or whatever, you was all black. He said, so if you was doggone Hebrew, whatever, you was one of the other people, and that was outside of being Roman or Greek. That's the only ones that was in the area. So my point here is we know that they are the fake Hebrews. We know that they fake because they got this debate on, well, you know, we did go. So some people say the Holocaust never happened. The Holocaust did happen.
Oh, yeah.
But it happened, and when we say that Holocaust, we're just talking about that European Holocaust. There's many Holocausts. But that Holocaust did happen, but it was designed to happen because they basically, the whole World War II thing was a fake thing to actually kill some of them. About 600,000. They don't even agree. No scholar will agree it's 6 million. That's fake. No Jewish scholar. But it was a whole thing that was designed by Hitler, who was a Jew, and the rest of the head of the Jewish state to put some of them in concentration camps so that they can fake the scriptures as being these suffering people, as well as get the homeland and all that. That's why when they had the OJ trial, and what's the name even knew what time it was on that, Johnny Cochran. You said when they had the OJ trial, and the guy was saying, you said that black people racism was on the level of Hitler. I'm like, you damn right, it's worse than Hitler. Well, they can never be nothing worse than Hitler. He's like, are you crazy? Like, and Johnny Cochran said it the day after the trial. He said, oh, the Jews not. He said the Jews ain't coming to the market on suffering. You know what I'm saying? Now, the point I'm trying to make here is there's some people that fake their way into the scriptures. There's a whole book out on. I talked about it the last 2 years, The Invention of Ancient Israel. Where the white boys is talking about how it's a secret society that your brother talks about. Walter Williams has dealt with some stuff to say that these white Jews is a secret society. And their concept here is to fake themselves as being the chosen people, and it's false. So if these particular people fake themselves into being the ones, that means if it's a consensus, like Napoleon said, history is a lie agreed upon.
Right.
If it's a consensus to fake yourself in history as being the original people or the doggone chosen people, you see what I'm saying? Because anybody, if there's any chosen people, one would say that the original people would be the ones that was chosen to become the original people in the first place. They would be the chosen people. But after all, the motherfuckers was the original ones. If anybody is the true chosen people, it would be the people with the blueprint of being human. I mean, there's no argument on that. Now, my point here is, if there's a consensus to have a secret society that has a consensus, a lie agreed upon, they're all in agreement that we're going to fake our way through history, then that means that they have to have somebody that they're countering against. If you are fake, that means there's got to be somebody real. There's got to be the opposite of that.
Who's the real?
Well, who is the real? And the real is the Africans in America. Make this no point about it. Why? Because, and what's the name said it so beautifully, and I've said this before, but he even reiterated what I was saying in the lectures. He said it last night, and based on the scientific analysis of the African that has more different African nations in their blood is the African in America. Because they said they brought big, huge lots of slaves to the Caribbean. And so you don't have nothing but one ethnic, 2 or 3 ethnic groups in the Caribbean. But in America, they brought smaller lots and they broke them all up. So you have an infusion of the different African nations all in your blood system. Now, based on the Hebrews and the Kabbalah, in the Kabbalah they talk about the Shekinah, which is supposed to be the feminine face of God. And the Shekinah is supposed to give birth to an Israel, which is a form of these coming together, these African nations. You see what I'm saying? And it's supposed to be the great mixing bowl. They got some people that was different tribes put in the West, as they say, because it talks about the Shekinah rising up in the West, and a great mixture of of the tribes are mixed together to make a perfect smooth ashlar. That's what a Masonic term, the smooth ashlar of the great works. The cornerstone, the perfect stone, the finished product, the great works. You see what I'm saying? The apex. You see what I'm saying? That is us, because we have the different ancient systems, an ancient genetic gene pool in our bloodline. You see, the Europeans know this and the Jews know this. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they're jealous. And even though we are now devastated as black people, we're some of the worst people we've ever been on the planet. Black people. You know what I'm saying? I know that we just came out of a conference where they was giving me all that feel-good shit. But the fact of the matter is, we are some of the worst. We are at our worst state. You see what I'm saying? But we are the people.
Yes, amen.
Bottom line. You see what I'm saying? So here it is, we are at our lowest state, and they say we still be jealous. You see what I'm saying? Because they know, just like the book The Zealotar said, that book by David Hetzel, the Zealotar said that the only hope for the world is some black Masonic group, a black enlightened group in America. And the other people said, well, on the internet, this group said that Africans in America are the heirs to the earth. And another group of people, that guy, what's that guy name? I said his name wrong. Carol Quigley, which is the guy that Steve Coakley talks about. And he said that this particular guy said that they're studying all this stuff about these secret societies. He said nothing can stop them. He said the only thing on earth that can stop these Illuminati, the secret society, these ruling powers is the urban black person in America. We're the only people. We're the only people that know who the damn devil is. And in this particular case, we're talking about the ruling powers. You can make no bones about it. The other ones do not know that this mother is the enemy. You see what I'm saying? But it's all prophesied. I don't obey anybody. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make here is, but for some reason, even though our head is in the mud, they still try to trample us. You see what I'm saying? Just like this Steve Harvey shit. Steve Harvey got a show. Everybody on the damn show buffoons. Alize Jenkins. The little boy Romeo, he supposed to be all Mr. Cute. If you notice the last 3 years, he called women chicken heads. You see what I'm saying? And everybody on the doggone damn in the whole school is dumb, but a white Jewish girl on a reoccurring role for one of her boyfriends, they the only smart ones on the goddamn show. A black show. Ain't that something? You see what I'm saying? Negroes don't know what's going on. This let me show you something. They had your boy got the show out, Bernie Mac got his little show. So ABC took the Damon Wayans had a little show, and they took his show to purposely get him off the air. They put his show opposite Bernie Mac. To make sure that, he don't be clashing with no other white shows on the other network. Now, ain't that something? You on a whole other network of competition, and you're more concerned about another person on another network than you're going to take a person on your network. You understand what I'm saying? We all think it's about economics, and it ain't about no damn economics. And on your networks, they done got y'all niggas fooled. Oh, it's about economics. It ain't about no economics. They showed that. Everybody Loves Raymond. They said the show was doing bad for 2 seasons, and they said the man said, I believe in you, and they kept putting them in time slots until the shit caught on. And then they showed instances with, they had other people, black people had shows, and the shows, the ratings was good, and they still canceled them. Huh?
The hospital show with,
Well, no, he went off. I'm sure I'll tell you about that in a few seconds. But the key here is, so here it is, my man survived into the next year, against Damon Wayans. Then they're going to put him opposite Bernie Mac show to save some white show on another network. So he called Bernie Mac up and said, yo man, we need to try to get together to protest this man because they doing a number on us and bring them back like, yo man, I'm sorry man, you gotta fend for yourself. See how Negroes are? You see what I'm saying? And he don't know that his show got like another year or so until niggas get tired of it, until the white man get tired of him, and he'll be back in the unemployment line because we don't learn. See what I'm saying? So it's just like it was the different world. Cosby actually went off. Now this is ironic. NBC was last from the late 1940s to 1984, and it was always the third station until 1984 when Cosby came on. And after Cosby came on, I think by 1985 they became number one. It was number one for the first time in the entire history of the network because of Bill Cosby. And after this day, NBC, after Bill Cosby got on, they don't have no black shows. Ain't that ironic? Yeah. The person who made them number one was a black show, and now they don't have no black shows, period. And it's interesting here, the different world, because Cosby just called it quits in 92. The different world came on another season and was doing good. Because they had to steal time slot, they took them off anyway. Because number one, they was going to put another propaganda. They got to see you now as thugs. And so therefore, they can't have black people in college. See what I'm saying? The science behind this thing. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on and stuff, but still yet let nobody fool you. They got to dehumanize you. Let me show you another science on dehumanizing you. We only had 2 love stories that came out in the movies all in 1990. Because let me show you something. Like you got The Best Man, and you got, let me tell you about this stuff like The Best Man. See, it'd be a love story, and brothers, and this 2 can play this game. That's all housed in comedy. So long as you're a buffoon, the love story don't play off. Let me show you some of the science that's going on by dehumanization of a people. Show you the science, man. Because we don't analyze, so therefore, and I ain't talking about you, by us not analyzing, we think everything is everything. They only had 2 love movies came out in the 1990s. They didn't have none in the 1980s because the only person who worked in the 1980s was Eddie Murphy. They phased black people out of Hollywood after the black exploitation thing of the 70s. You had a movie, Love Jones was a love story between black people. And another movie called